If you want to bigger deadlift and reduce any chances of injury, you're going to want to warm up before you pick up the bar. As someone that's pulled a 300 kg deadlift in competition under strict judging, from experience, the warm up and other mindset cues definitely make a difference. And this is how I use them live in session. So today I'm going to be talking you through a few things you can do with your deadlift to make sure that you're as strong as possible. Now, if you want to make sure that your muscles are working to full capacity, warming up is key. I like to start off with these single leg glute bridges. These are going to get my hamstrings and my glutes switched on. I'll aim for 10 reps on each side. And I do that in case I have any imbalances on either side to just get things balanced out. And then I'll do 10 with all feet together. This is usually followed up by these. So this is like crawling into a downward dog position, holding it. This is going to kind of switch your posterior chain on. And after you hold it for a few seconds, then you go back. And you want to do this a few times. One of my favorites to open up my hips is the 90-90 hip rotations. You get my hips nice and warmed up. And after you've got some reps in, then you can kind of lift your back leg to get more stretch on both sides. And after I've done this little warm up here, I'll jump over to the bar. And once I get to the bar, I'll put a plate on either side and I'll get some RDLs going. But the deadlift is more than about just strength. I like to put my feet shoulder width apart. If you can't figure out where shoulder width apart is for you, a cool trick you want to do is just jump, and where you land, that's probably where you should be deadlifting. And you want to split your feet in half. Now you can either do a hook grip like this, or you could either do a reverse overhand grip. That's when you have one hand out, one hand in. You go down, you grab, and once you're in place, you can just deadlift. And one trick you want to remember when you're deadlifting, imagine you're putting your shoulders in your back pocket. This is going to help you pull the slack out. When you hear this little click on the bar, it means the slack has been pulled out. So you want to pull out the slack and then push the floor away. And that will almost instantly make your deadlift feel much easier. So when you put everything together, it should look like this. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I pulled the slack out, the bar literally came off the ground. When the weight gets heavier, it'll be a lot harder for it to just come off the ground. And now when building up, I make sure to take my time with it. So when I get to my top set, I'm not doing anything new. Everything pretty much stays the same. I always try my best to make sure I'm not thinking about the weight, but my form and how I'm actually moving the weight. And rather than constantly trying to lift up the bar to slide the plate on, one little cool trick I like to do is get a small plate, put it at the starting plate, roll it over. That will then lift up the plates just enough for you to be able to slide on. And just like that, you save energy. And when you're deadlifting, you want to save as much energy as possible. This is where I'll usually start to put on my chalk. It's pretty much going to help you with grip on the bar. I use this liquid chalk from Odyssey, and if you want to grab one for yourself, I'll link it down in the description. If you're a powerlifter like me or you don't use straps, chalk is going to make a big difference. If you're like me and you don't like the bar scraping up against your shins, putting knee sleeves on your shins is going to protect you from that. So I'm at 2.5 on each side, so we'll do our top set at 225. I like to do one to test out the waters, and then I've got 4 sets of 4. Okay. What I like to do on my top sets is to lock in so my body can automatically do everything I've been doing in my warm-ups. There we go. But that's 1 out of 4 sets. Let's keep it moving. All right, guys, this is my last set of 4. Let's make it count. Stay with it always, guys. And that's the 4th set done. So the main thing you want to take away from this video, if you want to actually improve your deadlift, make sure to have a decent warm-up so your muscles are actually switched on. Get your foam ready and everything you need with the lighter weights and the warm-ups. So when you get to your top set, it's almost automated. You don't have to overthink. If you're new to training or you're looking on jumping onto a new program, I'll link mine down in the description. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more lifting tips.